Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today is my second video on the brand Jones Road by Bobbi Brown. For those of you who might not know, and you wouldn't have to know, but Bobbi Brown, the very famous name in makeup, did leave her namesake company many moons ago, and for a while she kind of laid low and did some consulting and such, but now she is back with her own brand called Jones Road. Now, I originally, when the brand first came out, did a video covering a great deal of the products, which I'm wearing again today for a very no makeup look. Bobbi Brown really did start that look in beauty. I will link that video below so that you can see a lot of these products in action if you're curious about it. But today's video is about actually just one, I have two of them, one new product to the Jones Road line, and that is the Face Pencil Everything Stick. So I have two colors here, 8 and 10. There are 25 different shades at $25 a pop. So let me tell you what these are, and then it's very important if you're interested in buying these that you stick around for the demonstration, because how you use them is quite an interesting and quite a different experience from things we're used to with other makeup brands. So I do hope that you watch that. Okay, so like I said, 25 shades, and Bobbi Brown herself gives a lot of tutorials on her website about this. She wants you, and you can kind of see the two very slightly different shades that I have chosen for myself, and she wants you to kind of put them up to your forehead, to your face, and kind of see what goes. She figures that most women will own 2 to 4 of these to change through the seasons. That's kind of her goal. I bought 2 for this season and to try them out, and I actually think I did pretty good. You're getting a little preview, but the demo really shows you everything. These are a pencil, and the cool thing about them is they have a clear base. What does that mean? Well, in the pencil, let me open one up here and show you. The pencil itself, let me just show you this here. It looks like a concealer, but this is not a creamy concealer. This is a pencil, and the base is clear. And the reason that's important is when you spread it on the face, which I just kind of threw it over on my cheek right there, you will never get anything that's ashy or chalky looking, because once it's rubbed in, the base of it is clear. So even if you're off a tad bit on your shade, and with 25 shades, there's little nuances in the shades, so you really won't be that far off. If you're in the ballpark with the shades, you should be good, and you won't have any sort of weird resin. Most pencils and most concealers do not start with a clear base, so that means when it goes back, as it's rubbed in, it kind of goes back to that kind of clear with a little bit of pigment, and therefore never goes chalky, which is really kind of cool, actually. So I got these 2 shades. I got 8 and 10, and I got the slightly lighter shade for around my eyes, and then the slightly darker shade here to cover up the redness. Bobbi Brown is all for the skin showing. You can, she says, if you like more full coverage, you can use these as concealer sticks over a heavier or a foundation. I did not. I have gone in today, as you'll see in the next little spot here, I have gone in, speaking of spots, completely free of any makeup, and I just put these on. It is a stick. They're not creamy as such. If you have oily skin, you just need to put it right on and blend it in, even with just your fingers. I went in with a little bit of Tatcha moisturizer, and when you put a nice moisturizer underneath and you put these on top, it blends, it kind of turns them into a concealer, or even, if you will, a foundation. It's fascinating. What an interesting little product. So we're gonna try it out. We're gonna get this look. I'm gonna show you what I'm working with today. I'm gonna come back completely barefaced, and you'll see what we have to cover up. And I want you to see how I use these little fellas, and then I'm really curious about your thoughts as well. So do stick around, because here we go. Okay, let me show you what we're working with here. I am entirely barefaced now, and I'm in need of some foundation today. I'm kind of dark under here, and I have a lot of redness, especially around this area. So we got a lot to cover up, and we got 2 shades to do it with. Now, Bobbi Brown is very specific in stating that these are pencils. They might have a clear base, but they are pencils. So they will drag on drier skin. She does warn about that. These are not a creamy concealer. It can be used as a foundation really, but it's meant, you know, it will kind of drag, okay? Especially when you go to blend it with your fingers. So for dry skin, Bobbi Brown herself recommends starting with a moisturizer. I have very normal skin, but it is winter. So I've got here my Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream right there. I have a few of these, so I wanted to make sure I got the right one. And I am going to really put it on here. So we got the top, I'm going to run it up even under the eyes. I know I'm going down the neck and we're not putting any makeup on the neck, but why leave the neck out? Oh, this stuff is so dreamy. Have you ever tried this Tatcha product? Okay, so now we have a nice, really heavily moisturized skin. And I'm going to turn my mirror around. Now I have shades 8 and 10. And I'm going to use the lighter, the 8, I think, under the eyes. I'm going to use my mirror here, but I will zoom you guys in. I'm having trouble opening the pencil now because I have moisturizer on my hand, wouldn't you know? Okay, so I went up under the eyes so we could get it up and under the eyes. I think this is a lighter shade, but I'm okay with that brightening under the eyes. Oh, look, and with the moisturizer, it definitely blends in, and it does blend very nicely. Now without the moisturizer, I'm kind of trying to find a spot here like on my wrist, and I don't know how well you'll be able to see that, but it doesn't blend quite as nicely. So the moisturizer kind of becomes the base. So let me do this whole kind of eye area with this lighter shade 8. It really wasn't that hard to pick the shade. I'm even putting it on the lid. Now our lids are a little bit, most people's lids, not all of us, most people's lids are a little bit oilier. I didn't put any moisturizer in my eye. And what I kind of want to do here, guys, is just show you what one eye looks like completely done. So this eye is completely done with shade 8, and this eye I haven't touched. It's completely au naturel. I do think I see a definite brightening difference. Now let's try here with, I'm getting moisturizer on me, let me put that aside. Let's try my number 10, and let's try that in some of these areas. I want to zoom you in so you can see the redness there that I just kind of live with. And I'm going to, it's all moisturized. And remember, this has a clear base, and the moisturizer absolutely, I didn't think that Bobbi Brown would be wrong, but she's absolutely correct. When you add the moisturizer and this becomes, basically it looks like it kind of turns it into a concealer. Like added to moisturizer, your favorite moisturizer, it becomes a concealer stick. And in fact, it even pushed some of the pencil off. It makes the pencil kind of behave in a creamier way. So I'm trying to get all this redness. I really did well on the color choices, guys. I'm really trying to get some of this redness. I have little spots. I had, quite a few weeks ago, I was talking about having some breakouts from using foundation with SPF that was older than a few months. And I have, from those breakouts, I have some little almost scarring spots. So I'm almost using this as a foundation. Now, I might have mentioned before that Bobbi Brown says you can even use this all over, like a foundation or with your foundation. But her idea is, of course, as I start putting more and more of this on, that this remove the need for foundation. She really wants that no makeup. And as you see with this really creamy, I've only done one eye still, with this really creamy moisturizer underneath, it really takes it. Look, I've even got a spot up here and my forehead. Now I'm just going to town. It really makes it kind of a foundation. Okay, let's do the other eye. And then I'm going to put Bobbi Brown makeup on, Jones Road by Bobbi Brown makeup on over. I know I keep mentioning this, but I am really curious and interested about how this works when you really use a really nice moisturizer first. This is almost becoming akin to a concealer. Isn't that interesting? Or a foundation even. Let me go, I'm using this lighter one. I don't know if I'll regret this. Even in between my eyes. All right, let's put a little bit of this Miracle Balm on my cheeks, just with you guys here. Then I'll put on some other Bobbi Brown makeup that you've actually seen. I just want to get a little bit of this kind of, don't love the smell of this. You have to break the seal. And in my original video, I did not break the seal on this. I was fairly embarrassed. But you do have to break the seal so you can really dig in and get the color. And it has, this is clean beauty, so I don't love the smell. You know, but it's because there's no perfumes covering it up. It's not an ugly smell. It goes away. Just almost like a little bit menthol-y to me. I don't know what that is. It's not menthol. Okay, so that is just kind of a really clean, natural look. I'm going to put on a teeny bit more and some mascara, and then we'll come back and kind of see what it looks like and see what you guys think. This is a very interesting product. Okay, so here is the completed look. This is no foundation, no concealer, just these little everything face sticks, 2 of them, from Jones Road. So I don't know what you think, and I'll zoom you in a little bit. That is everything. That's all I used. Then on my cheeks, I put a little bit of this Miracle Balm in Rose with the seal broken. It's, you know, kind of a waxy top, and you really do have to dig on in there. That's a Jones Road product as well. I took her little brown eyeshadow and just did a quick kind of one-shot eye look. And then I used this Just a Sec sparkly eye just on top. And I even put some on the cheeks as a highlighter. Why didn't I demonstrate it here? Because these are the products I wore in my original Jones Road review, so they're not brand new, and I will link that review below if you want to see how to apply them. I'll make sure that that is linked below. I also have her lip balm on as well. So we've got a whole Bobbi Brown, very Bobbi Brown, Jones Road kind of natural look with my real skin showing as it is. These are very interesting, fun products. What I like about this is if you have an oily skin base, just kind of naturally oily skin, which I know a lot of you do because we talk back and forth in the comments, you don't need to put anything on. You can just go ahead and apply this. And if there's any spot where it drags a little bit, you can add just a little bit of any of your favorite moisturizer. Of course, Jones Road has products you can put under it, but I use Tatcha. You can use anything you've got, even Olay from the drugstore would be great. And it kind of turns it into a concealer. And as I started taking it up on the cheeks, a foundation. So they could go as heavy as you want. And I think it is kind of a good everyday no makeup look. And they're kind of a lot of fun. Now they're $25 each. And if you're, you know, theoretically, if you have 2 to 4 of them, as Bobbi Brown said she assumed women would for many seasons, you know, it's going to get a little bit expensive. But I picked 2, 8 and 10 just off the website, and I think I did actually okay with them. And they're fairly forgiving, and they don't go chalky because they have that clear base. Really interesting stuff. I would love to hear your comments and thoughts, and if you're interested in trying them or if you even knew they came out. This brand is not hyped a lot, so I'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I hope you did. And if you have not already done so, I sincerely hope that you subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.